Chapter 17. When we got back to the bridge, Lily helped me get my helmet off. Dr. Crusher helped Worf get his off, and his face was very green. She asked if he was alright. Instead of answering, he held his hand up, then went behind the console, and I'll let you use your imagination on what happened. Just as we finished putting on our uniforms, one of my security officers from the Defiant came out of the same hatch I used to get on the bridge. They're on the move again. They just overran 3 of our checkpoints. They now control decks 5 and 6. They've adapted to every modulation. It's like we're shooting blanks. Captain Picard said that we need to find a better way to modify our weapons to make them more effective. In the meantime, telling men to stand their ground. I said, what? He continued by saying, fight to hand-to-hand if you have to. I said, Jean-Luc, you know that they will not last 2 seconds in a hand-to-hand fight with the Borg? Worf came over and made a suggestion. Sir, our weapons are useless. We must activate the self-destruct and evacuate the ship. As much as I hated the idea, I knew he was right. Captain Picard was not having it. Beverly said, Jean-Luc, destroy the ship or destroy the Borg. We gotta stay and fight. Sir, we have lost the Enterprise. We cannot sacrifice. We have not lost the Enterprise. We're not going to lose the Enterprise. Not while I'm in command. Worf said that he objected to this course of action. Picard said it was noted. With all due respect, sir, I believe that you're using your past experience with the Borg to influence your judgment. Captain Picard looked Worf right in the eye and said, you're afraid. I said, Jean-Luc. He continued, you want to destroy the ship and run away. You coward. I yelled, Jean-Luc, that is enough. Worf took a step toward the captain and said, if you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand. I got between them and I told Worf to help with one of the checkpoints. Then I turned to Picard and told him to leave the bridge. They both stormed off. Lily asked, now what? Since I was not the captain of the ship, the only thing I could do was follow his orders. I turned to one of the officers on the bridge. Let's see what we can do with these weapons. Lily said that this was stupid. If we can get off the ship and then blow it up, let's do it! Dr. Crusher said that once the captain has made up his mind, the discussion is over. Lily put her hand up, then headed for the observation lounge. Dr. Crusher called out her name, and said I would follow her. As soon as I entered the observation lounge, the first words out of Lily's mouth were, you son of a bitch. Picard looked at her and said, this is really not the time. Look, I don't know jack about the 24th century, but everyone out there thinks that staying and fighting is suicide. Just afraid to come in and say it. The crew is accustomed to following my orders. They're probably accustomed to your orders making sense. None of them understand the Borg like I do. No one can. No one does. What the hell does that mean? But Captain Picard did not answer, I did. Lily, 6 years ago, Jean-Luc was captured by the Borg and assimilated him. He had their devices implanted throughout his body. Captain Picard looked up and said, so as you can imagine, my dear, I have a rather unique perspective on the Borg, and I know how to stop them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. I now know why the Enterprise was away from the fight. Lily said, I am such an idiot. It's so simple. They hurt you, and you want to hurt them back. Picard scoffed at that and said, in the 24th century, we do not do those kind of things anymore. We have evolved past that. Bullshit! I saw the look on your face when you shot those Borg on the holodeck. You're almost enjoying it. At that, Picard got up and said, how dare you? Oh, come on, Captain. You're not the first person to get a thrill from killing someone. I see it all the time. Get out! Or what? You'll kill me? Like you killed Ensign Lynch? There was no way to save him. You did not even try. Where was your evolved sensibility then? I don't have time for this. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt your quest. Captain Ahab has to go hunt his whale. What? You do have books in the 24th century, don't you? This is not about revenge, a liar. This is about saving the future of humanity. I slammed my hand on the table and shouted, Jean-Luc, set the auto-destruct! No! No! With that, he picked up the phaser rifle and broke the glass case that had models of all the previous Enterprises in it. We will not back down again. We have already given up too much to the Borg. They invade our space, and we fall back. They invade entire worlds, and we fall back. But no more. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther. And I will make them pay for what they've done. I looked at the table and recognized it from the Enterprise D. Lily looked at the case and said, "You broke your little ships." I looked at the captain and said, "I rescued the wrong man 6 years ago." Then I looked at Lily and said, "Let's let Captain Picard resume his work." And I turned to leave. As we left, Picard realized that he was just like Captain Ahab. He had had a change of heart. He left the observation lounge and said to the officers on the bridge to get ready to evacuate the Enterprise.